Bilt Mastercard. We're gonna cover it in this video. I'm gonna give you everything that you need to know before applying. Stay tuned, let's dive into it. Yes, we're gonna dive into the Bilt Mastercard, which is under the umbrella of Wells Fargo now, and some recent data points, actually 3 approvals, so stick around to the end, you'll get that. Man, there's a lot to unpack here. I didn't realize just how good this card was until Q brought it to my attention. He's like, hey, I think you're sleeping on this, and here we are 2 days later. Yes, you're right, sleeping on it completely. But anyways, I think it's a great rewards program, and it would appear as though that they're starting to kind of roll out this rewards program, the Bilt rewards program, to the whole Wells Fargo ecosystem, okay? And I've got a little piece of proof of that. Just real quickly, if we just come over here to, let's say like the autograph Visa, terms and conditions, every single credit card has one of these pages, by the way. You could just go to the credit card page and click through, and it gives you all the sauce, all the, intel on like the fees and how the reward structures work and things like that. But the thing to look at is that there's a lot of similar languaging, and it's a 1-to-1 points ratio with this card and maybe others. So you guys let me know in the comments below if you think that they're gonna merge this or what you think they're gonna do here. Also too, I heard that new cards are gonna be launching on the business side in the new year. Don't hold me to that one now. And I'm not gonna out who told me that, so you won't know until it happens. So anyways, let's get back to the Bilt card though. The first iteration of this was not a part of Wells Fargo, and I think it launched in 2021, I wanna say, like summer 2021. I remember it popping off and everyone talking about it. It later became a part of Wells Fargo, and also later, they completely revamped the rewards program. In the beginning, the rewards program was way more complicated, and there were spend numbers that you had to hit and all kinds of other stuff. So anyways, we're gonna cover this into 3 sections: the rewards program itself, redemption of points, and additional perks. So let's go ahead and start at the top with the rewards program. This is the rewards program that's also housed in the rewards app. So the Bilt rewards app. So there's an app and a login, and it's all wrapped up under this account. Understand that anyone can get this account. It's not just for those who get the credit card. It's also not just for those who rent a property under the umbrella company. It's for anybody. Okay, so anyone can join the Bilt rewards program. It is free. Holding the card and or renting a property under the Blackstone group will give you rewards, okay? So if you live in a rental unit that is part of what's called the Bilt Alliance, there's over 3.5 million rental units. These are houses and other types of properties across the US, and they're managed by the Blackstone group. That's not BlackRock, that's Blackstone Group. You can pay your rent directly through the Bilt Rewards application, and you'll earn more points in doing so. We'll cover that more in just a second. If you don't live in a Bilt affiliated property of any kind, you can still use the app to pay your rent. Now here's the kicker, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, is there any transaction fee for this? No, there's not. So there's 0 transaction fee to this. So even if you just wanted to pay your rent through this, because you can link up multiple cards to your account and pay with anything, you should probably do that, because solutions like Plastic to pay your rent on a credit card still charge you a transaction fee. This does not. I'm surprised this is not being talked about more. I'm surprised this is not being talked about in credit rebuilding circles, any kind of circle, really. If you watch nothing else, you got that piece, okay? Another thing worth noting is that you have to make 5 purchases per billing cycle to be eligible to earn rewards. So every single month, you gotta use the card in order to be eligible to gather points for that month. And like I said, we can get points from 2 different ways: having the credit card or living in one of the Bilt Alliance houses, under their network. And then it gets a lot more interesting as we go here. So next, let's talk about the Bilt Rewards structure and the tiers that they offer, okay? Being a member, you get a lot of extra incentives, which you're gonna figure out by the end of this video. Okay, so there's bonus points depending on status tier. Okay, so the more points a member earns in a calendar year, the more benefits that they are eligible for in the tiered program. So let's cover this. Blue is fewer than 25,000 points earned. Silver, 25,000 to 49,999,000 points. Gold is 50,000 to 99,999 points earned, and platinum is 100,000 or above. Once you become at least a silver member in the Bilt Rewards tier system, you're eligible to earn interest on your points. Pretty cool, right? Each month you'll earn interest in the form of bonus points based on your average daily points balance for that 30-day period. The interest rate is tied to the national savings rate that's put out by the FDIC. So that's pretty cool. The fact that you can even earn interest is a game changer, let's be honest. So first, let's talk about the normal rewards structure, which you'll see here on their website. This is a great site, by the way. It does a pretty great job of explaining all the details and all the nuances of the actual point system itself, because there's a lot here. So let me give you a basic breakdown here on the points. It's just points to dollars, okay? So 5x points per $1 spent, for example, it's just 5 points per dollar. Make sense? 5x points spent on Lyft when you link your account, 3x points on dining, so that's 3 points per dollar spent, 2 points per $1 spent on travel, 1x points on rent payments without the transaction fee, up to 100,000 points each calendar year. So if you just were paying your mortgage payment through this or your rent payment, okay, you would probably be hitting that yearly platinum level, which is 100,000 or more. And then 1x points on all of the purchases. Now, some notable mentions here before we move on is that you can earn up to 10x at Bilt dining restaurants. They rotate these offers, okay? You can find more about it on their site, and I'm sure within the app, they're actually gonna be updating that on a regular basis. You can also earn up to 10x on fitness classes and coaching by booking it through the Bilt app. Everything that's gonna be a special 5x, 10x, you're gonna have to book through the app. Or like with Lyft, you gotta link up your account. And then also too, you can add in or link up any other Visa, MasterCard, or American Express and still earn rewards. That's crazy. Next, let's talk about the first day of every month, or what's called rent day, which you can see here. They talk about, there it is right there. And that's basically a double earnings day, which is absolutely crazy. So the first day of every single month, or rent day, it's 6x on dining, 4x on travel, 2x on all other purchases except rent. Rent stays the same. So rent just stays at 1x the points. All right, so that covers the rewards program itself. Let's talk about points redemption. This is the second big point that I wanna cover here. All right, so here's a short list of everything that you can redeem for. Rent payments, future down payment for home ownership. Yes, that's right. You can actually convert the points to equate to a down payment for a future home. That's cool. Transfer points at a 1-to-1 ratio to travel partners. And they include basically everyone. American Airlines, Air Canada, Air France, Cathay Pacific, Emirates, Turkish Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, United, Virgin Atlantic, Hyatt, and IHG. Now, here's the kicker. Considering that Hyatt rewards points are considered to be the best or highest, one of the highest rewards structures, right? Their points carry the highest value, at least according to Bankrate, Points Guy, and several others, is if that's the case, then we would want to transfer those points over to get the highest maximum conversion rate that we could. Also too, you've got other bonuses, status matching, or like I said, moving those points over to another system to help book flights, to help hit statuses if you can't do a status match, things like that. So you can really start to play around with this to fit your needs, right? But I think that's a huge one. Next is fitness. You can redeem your points for classes with SoulCycle, Solid Core, Y7 Studios, and more. You're looking at about 1,600 points per class to start. I don't know if that's horrible or not, depending on how much you're gonna be using it. But again, all of that's gotta be booked through the app. You can also use that on Amazon.com purchases. Not sure how it correlates in terms of ratios and values there, but I assume it's probably pretty good. Or you could even use it in what's called the Bilt Collection. So the Bilt Collection is a hand-curated catalog of art, decor, and apparel, and it's all inspired by various artists, and they rotate it throughout the year. Cool concept, right? Okay, so that's it for points redemption. Let's talk about the third key point, which is additional perks. There's a lot of information here, okay? Travel, first off, there's trip cancellation and interruption protection. Offers up to $5,000 reimbursement for non-refundable passenger fare if your trip is interrupted or canceled for a covered reason when your passenger fare is booked with your Bilt card. Okay, next, trip delay reimbursement. Get reimbursed for expenses incurred, including meals when your trip is delayed for more than 6 hours due to reasons like inclement weather, mechanical breakdown of the common carrier, or air traffic control delays. Next, auto rental collision damage waiver. Receive auto coverage for covered damages due to collision or theft for most rental cars when you pay for the rental transaction with your Bilt Mastercard, of course. No foreign currency conversion fees. This is a huge one, guys. I don't know if you travel internationally. I do quite a bit. When you convert it over, it can be a huge difference. It can be a couple dollars all the way up to 30, 50, and hundreds of dollars depending on the size of the transaction. So when you use your card for travel, you won't pay a foreign currency conversion fee for purchases converted to US dollars. Like I said, that's a big deal. Lastly, Lyft credits. Take 3 rides in a calendar month, get $5 Lyft credit with your Bilt Mastercard. Next is World Elite Mastercard Concierge. So whether you need a hard to find dining reservation or perfect last minute gift or insider hotel recommendations, the World Elite Mastercard Concierge will work behind the scenes on your behalf. God, that's a good hook. I took that copy directly from the website, okay? Cell phone protection is next. Pay your monthly cell phone bill with your Bilt Mastercard and you'll get up to $800 of protection subject to a $25 deductible against covered damage or theft. Purchase security. Okay, here's another one. Purchases made on the Bilt Mastercard can be covered for theft or damage within 90 days of the date of purchase, up to $10,000 per claim. Next, report your rent payments. That's right, you can boost your credit by having your payments of your mortgage or your rental being reported to the credit bureaus. So when renting a Bilt Alliance property, you can choose to have your rent payments automatically reported by Bilt to the credit bureaus each and every month. Next is Bilt Protect. With Bilt Protect, you can pay rent without having to use your available credit. When Bilt Protect is turned on, we connect to your bank account and pay funds directly to pay off any rent charges on your credit statement within 48 hours. Think of it kind of like a debit card. That way you earn points on your rent payments without using up your available credit. Lastly, they also rotate in exclusive member benefits the first of every single month, such as transfer bonuses, status matches, point accelerators, rent giveaways, and more. All right, that's it. We got through all of that. Let me give you some data points to end it with and go from there, right? First off, they will hard pull TransUnion. Secondly, when you're going through this process of applying for the Bilt Mastercard, which you just come here and click apply now, there's nothing really special to it, but they will make you create your account first. You will be creating your Bilt Rewards account first. And they ask for your address, your name, email, and then the last four, your social security number. And then after that, if you are approved, then you've got both already set up. Now, it doesn't seem that you need a Wells Fargo previous relationship. It doesn't seem like any of that actually matters. You can go in cold, don't have to be a previous member of Wells Fargo at all or be banking with them at all from what we can tell so far. If they do integrate this deeper into, the suite of products with Wells Fargo, that might change in the future. But right now, it just seems like it doesn't really matter, okay? Lastly, let me end you with some screenshots. Okay, so 3 recent approvals. It seems like he got a bunch of family and friends involved. So he got approved for a $10,000 limit, $6,000 available instantly, you see, until you get the card, 24.49%. And then the next one was for $3,000, $1,800 immediately available. Last one was for $4,000, $2,400 immediately available. So there you go, what, about 17,000 in approvals just on the Bilt Wells Fargo card. Now it's all done within like a day or two. So I think that's it. If I missed anything or if you've got data points that you want to share and add to the conversation, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you so much for sticking with me in this video. Share it with a friend or family that you think might benefit from this. Watch some more videos while you're on the channel. We'll catch you in the next one. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet. Right there. Okay, bye.